Buhari says detained leader of IPOB Nnamdi Kanu won't be granted bail. President Buhari, while meeting last Thursday with the British Prime Minister on the sidelines during the 26th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Kigali, Rwanda, has told the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson that the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, cannot be admitted to bail because he once jumped bail. Buhari said Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail the previous time, and so the government is being careful with him this time around. While reacting to the claim that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, cannot be allowed to see his lawyers privately, Buhari denied it, saying the IPOB was given every opportunity due him under the law to justify all the uncomplimentary bad things he has been saying against Nigeria in Britain. According to Buhari, Kanu felt very safe in Britain and said awful things against Nigeria. We eventually got him when he stepped out of the United Kingdom, and we sent him to court. Let him defend all that he has said there. His lawyers have access to him. Remember, he jumped bail before. How are we sure he won't do it if he is admitted to bail? Peter Obi campaign suffered setback as INEC says no place for placeholder. Falana, a senior advocate, also backs INEC. Like presidential candidates, VP nominees can only withdraw from the race voluntarily. Suggestion that a VP candidate can be substituted at will is erroneous. Position elective, not appointive. 2010 Electoral Act, where political parties could substitute candidates, repeated in 2022 Amended Act. Senior lawyers yesterday weighed in on the concept of placeholder for vice presidential candidate and backed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in insisting that there is no place in the regulations for an interim holder. In the last few days, the new phenomenon of proxy or interim running mate crept into the electoral process when the All Progressive Congress, APC, Labour Party, LP, and the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, is forwarded the names of their presidential candidate, listed their running mates as placeholder. INEC had set June 17 as the deadline for the nomination of vice presidential nominees following the completion of presidential primaries of the political parties. To beat the deadline, some parties submitted names of vice presidential candidates whom they described as placeholders. But speaking on the development, INEC's Commissioner for Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye, had said the placeholder is a unique Nigerian invention for which the Commission's law has no provision. The Constitution makes it very clear that you cannot run alone as a presidential candidate and must nominate an associate to run with you for that position. And as far as INEC is concerned, the presidential candidates have submitted their associates to run with them in the presidential election. As far as we are concerned, there's no form submitted by the presidential candidate where they said we are submitting this person's name as a place or space holder. The issue of space or placeholder is a unique Nigerian invention that has no place in our constitutional and legal framework. For there to be a substitution of a candidate, the vice presidential candidate must write to INEC with a sworn affidavit stating that he is withdrawing from the race within the time frame provided by the law. That's the only way there can be a substitution of candidates. In a chat with Guardian yesterday, Femi Falana, SAN, reiterated INEC's position, stating, "There is nothing like a placeholder in our laws. They have submitted names and that's all. All they can say is that those people may withdraw later, but there is no provision for the placeholder in our laws." Section 33 of the Electoral Act permits a political party to substitute the candidate if the candidate withdraws or upon the death of the candidate. However, if the substitution is based on withdrawal by the candidate, the party is required to conduct a fresh primary for nomination of another candidate within 14 days of the withdrawal. There is no similar provision in the Electoral Act with regard to substitution of a running mate who withdraws. No primary is required to be conducted to pick a running mate. There lies the dilemma. Hello viewers, what do you think about our stories today? Add your comment on the comment section of this video. Bye bye for now.